How's it going, everybody? This is Octo, and welcome to College Romance 2, Part 2, Part 2. I just started this right after, and let's get into it. It was time to face the music and see what the philosophy club would be like. Hey, Octo, glad to see you made it. You'll enjoy today's meeting. The topic of discussion is whether quantum physics is just a form of philosophy. If that's a topic, I just hope I can keep up. Well, I'll be right here to help. With that, we both sat down, Julie in the seat to the left of me. Time went by, and I think I followed the gist of what was happening, though Julie would occasionally whisper something about the speaker to me. Whispering. Amy is the president of the club, but she rarely comes to meetings anymore. I wonder if it's a subject, or that Keith is here. So Julie sounds like Christian Bale Batman. Keith? The fellow who started the discussion. He's a physics major with a philosophy minor. I think Amy has a bit of a crush on him. So it went for about 45 minutes, and then the discussion ended. Everyone got up to meet their other folks there and enjoy the light refreshments that someone had brought in. Come on, let's get out of here. Oh, okay. Sorry about the social hour part of this. It's a bit too social for my tastes. That's okay. So, what did you think? It was kind of fun. Sounds like it wasn't quite your cup of tea. That's okay. Not everyone is a philosophy aficionado. Well, I'll see you at the bookstore sometime. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Have a good one. I like the 3 songs that they had. Here it was Sunday, and tomorrow would start another week. It was a beautiful fall night, as only Central Texas seems to have. Texas? We're in Texas? A little bit of fog in the air, but still quite warm and nice to walk and think. I felt like things had been building up inside for me for some time, and that maybe now it was time to make a decision. Which one's Becky? At least it was nice night for walking, and I felt like I could walk for hours. I continued walking, and before I knew it, I was back on campus. I thought I saw a light in the distance, getting closer, I saw a sign about a performance art piece being unveiled. My curiosity caught the hold of me, and I went inside. Oh god, I have to make a new voice. There. That's going to be the new voice. There were just a few of us standing at the end of the room, while this one beautiful woman danced slowly around the room, speaking as if in a trance. Annette. Okay, let me think. Annette. So I let myself be cast my soul like bit, fishing for a bite, not knowing what would come. It was so strange and yet so beautiful. Her voice had a beautiful British, that's not British, accent, and at the performance was making her sweat, and the sweat was glistening on the subdued light. Suddenly, from out of the dark cosmos, I felt a tug, and I realized he was hooked. God, I can't do her voice. I was shocked as she moved right in front of me, and then grabbed the front of my shirt and tugged as if she said that I had been hooked. I looked in her eyes, and there was something there I couldn't ignore. She started backing away, but pulling me with her as she continued her performance, and I could do nothing but follow. Had I looked at him, or had he snared me? I could only tell that we were now joined, yet I was unfulfilled. She then pressed herself against me, and I could feel her heat and sweat through the mesh that was barely keeping her taut. Why together? Part of me imagined pulling her closer and kissing her. Without thinking, I did. Oh, I'm a sly dog. In response, a cheer went up from the others in the room, and it was as if I'd broken the spell. She let go of me then and looked past me at the rest of the audience, then began to bow to each of the folks there. Finally, her gaze returned to me, and she whispered, "Don't screw it up now. Pretend like this was all part of the plan. Turn around, smile, and bow." Okay, now she's Southern and a male. By this point, though, she had moved away to get a towel and to talk about how wonderful her piece was with some of the others who were there. Not knowing anything else to do, I sat down in the nearby chair and tried to regain my senses. Finally, I decided just to walk outside to see if I could make sense of what was going on. Hey, where do you think you're going? Evidently, I made an impression on her after all. Nowhere, I just stepped out to try to catch my breath. And to figure out what just happened. Silly. You know what just happened. We fell in love. Or you going to tell me you go around and grab women and kiss them for no reason? Grab women? You grab me. But you grabbed my heat first. How could it have turned out by this way otherwise? Sensing that I wasn't getting any closer to the truth, I decided on a different tack. My name is Octo. Hi. Just thought you might want to know. Oh, you want to try being formal now? Fine, my name is Annette. So if we're going to be formal, I assume you're about to get down on one knee and confess your love. What the hell? Fine, let's see how she responds to that. Getting down on one knee. How rude of me, my lady. How can I have forgotten to tell you properly that I live only for the slightest notice from your heart? You're funny. With that, she knocked me over, lay on top of me, and began kissing me earnestly. What is happening? She felt so warm. Evidently, I still worked up from her performance and from catching up to me. But there was something else, something about the taste on her lips. You're drunk. You're drunk. Shh. Someone might hear you, and I'm not done yet. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. With that, she pulled her top off and pulled mine off and began to rub herself against me. Okay, stop. No, I mean it. Stop. Stop now, or I swear I'll never see you again. That got her attention. You can't say that. We're in love. You have to be with me from now on. Is this how you treat all your boyfriends? She reached back, grabbed her top, and put it back on. Thank you. There is no boyfriends. I've always known you would come along. So I didn't worry about things like love or dating or anything before now. Then you reward me like this. Annette, I didn't mean to insult you, or even imply that I was enjoying all this, but I'm a little concerned that you might be acting this way partially because you've had a few drinks, and I'd like to get to know you better before we start messing around in the grass just a few yards from a crowd of people. Better start getting used to it, love. I'm not giving up on you no matter how mean you are to me. I know you're the one. I knew if I performed that piece tonight I would bring you to me, and here you are. It felt like a train was pushing by with an important message written on the side, and I was only picking up every third word. I knew everything I was hearing meant something, but I couldn't seem to pull it together. So, one more kiss and then we should go back and see what everyone's up to. She kissed me, helped me get my shirt back on, and then took my hand and led me back to the art room. The next morning. Last night was so crazy. I almost wonder if I was the one who had too much to drink and had just dreamt it all up. Sun is hitting the right spot. Nice and warm without being too hot. Isn't it? It is, isn't it, love? I turned around and... You live near here? Of course not. I have my own apartment downtown, which I obviously need to have you to come over to check out. Then how did you know? Annette tucked her arm in my arm and started us walking towards the school. A good performance artist, just like a good magician, never reveals her tricks. Okay, you know I live near here. What else do you know about me? Not much yet. I'm looking forward to learning all about you. For example, I've never seen you in art class, so why do you study at Alta? Well, I'm a double major, computer science and English literature. A writer? Brilliant. You can help me work on the dialogue for one of my upcoming pieces. You seem to be forgetting the computer part. Love, I'm holding your arm. I can feel you breathing. Now, tell me the truth. Are you really that interested in computers? I enjoy working with them, but more as a tool to help me do what I want. So your dad pressured you to at least keep one major that had a chance to help you make a decent living? There you have it. I'm just an open book to you. You can't say that. You can't... You say that like most people aren't. Come on. You can already tell a good bit about me. Not the same thing. We're fated to be together, and so we can read each other better than we can read our other folks. She punched me in the arm without letting go. You obviously aren't... God, I can't keep doing her accent. It's getting so repetitive over and over and over again. It's just long dialogue after long dialogue, and I hate it. You obviously haven't internalized that yet. That's fine. It wouldn't be long before you'll just believe me. Besides, you were just trying to change the subject. Guilty as charged. Okay, you... Oh my god, I can't even do my own dialogue. It's so annoying. Guilty as charged. Okay, you like to be considered a bit wild, and you're willing to drink and party and go make people to make people believe that. You also like to pretend that you're completely open with your feelings, and you are for the most part. But there are some feelings that are so intense that you prefer to push them down rather than try to deal with them. In that case, what am I trying to avoid dealing with? Your fear that people don't believe you're important. That maybe your life is as common as the other people around you, and that you might not be the star you hope you are so badly. Ouch. That's hardly profound insight. It's true of most creative people. I feel the same way myself sometimes. You know what? You've been talking too much. Annette pivoted us around our locked arms and then kissed me. Caught me by surprise, but soon I wasn't worrying about anything but how to make this moment last. I'm a sweetheart, aren't I? Then she took my arm again and started us back towards school. You know, you could occasionally make me the move on me, love. I believe I kissed you first. I should get some credit for that. Noted. In any case, it's pretty clear from your accent that you didn't grow up around Alta. Well, I mean, with the southern accent, kinda. Are you sure? Maybe I'm just faking it. I tried the same move Annette had pulled and ended up almost pulling both of us to the ground. An A for enthusiasm, but you obviously never had any dance lessons. Sorry, I just figured that I could tell by the way you kissed if you were faking it. Well, luckily for you, I actually am from overseas, so we don't have to kiss just to prove your point. Have to kiss? I pulled her close, and this time we connected, evidently long enough that I heard a couple folks walk by and clear their throats. Now, isn't that better than being all uptight? Not sure. It seems like I could get rather addicted to that. Good. The right level of intoxication always leads to the best performance. You mean all of life is just a performance? Isn't it? You don't ever think about how other folks look at you or what they'll think about you before you do something? My turn. Ouch. That's what performance art is all about. I show you the truth by opening up myself and using my body and my experience as my palette. Don't suppose you ever saw a movie called Better Than Chocolate? The protagonist is a performance artist in her own right. Yes, I've seen it. I'm hoping you were thinking about that body painting scene, though. Just wondered if that was something you'd ever tried. No, but now that you bring it up, I am not having this conversation with someone I just met last night. Yet, if I look at my heart, I'm already starting to feel sad that we're not going to be in class together. Man, I am messed up. Alright everybody, this is a long episode of me reading in different accents and different voices, and it's really freaking annoying. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe. I don't care. This is Octo.